Elims 21 duels left alive, so we're not at placement just yet. Points being picked up by these reactive and proactive duels as well as they make things happen. They make things happen. Dolphins as the chunk splashes come up. Really cool interaction where one person can still shield up and get as they're moving around. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen with Cold and This game they're going to pop off? You think they're going to pop off?
They literally just went from 2 to 6 eliminations between the two of them. So like you said, looking for options. You called it perfectly. These guys are probably just waiting it out. Knew that they didn't have the ability to they're waiting for guys getting just waiting it out. And Lucas getting lifted out there. Yagi putting a ton of damage onto his opponents there. And really pressuring them. But he is going to pull his umbrella. Take a look. See maybe if he can make a play for high ground. We have the very top with his duo there. 25 players remaining. 17 duos left. We're about to hit top 15. And Yagi said, you know what, I can't actually take high ground. I'm just going to go down here. Play it a little bit safer. I don't know where Lucas is. Did he get separated? Oh, just separated. Right as I said it.
Like from the skies.
So crazy.
Up with his partner. Yagi now trying to get 8 elims on him right now. Lucas is playing kind of in this duo. Shots coming in. It is his, so he can bypass it.
The flip.
They're just popping off right now. I haven't seen anyone on Western miss too many shots. And every shot matters, especially when there's only one spot. There's only one 50 points as well. 50 points in the running when we get those leaderboard updates. A lot of mats available as well. Management. Lucas with 1,000 mats available to him as he moves up. Just amazing. Getting those mats from eliminations is perfect. It's RPG as well.
They do. They only have 2 rockets in it though, and they are a little bit separated. They are going to have to get together here. Yagi a campfire, so he was probably calling up to Lucas to say, you know what, come sit with me by the fire. We're not going to roast any marshmallows, but we are going to get some help. But here we see them breaking out of here and looking to take this high ground or dropping players down, and they do. He drops down the RPG, doesn't get the shot off, unfortunately. But we see them here. They are getting into the top 6, so very close to the top 5 places. But he only has 5 outside.
It's insane right now. It's insane right now how his options are so limited. He has to go to these raw RPG shots. Sensing tacos goes down. It's Taco Tuesday on a Friday right now. Lucas getting up to 100 elims. That was 100 elims. That was for the cost of one rocket. Onto the low ground. A shadow bomb being very sneaky. Can he get those combat shots? Waiting for his moment. Gets that finish. Won't be able to give him the help he needs. No rockets available just yet. He has to barge through with his spam. Sees the launch pad. Hits a tree. He's getting tossed by the server. But time spent in the storm lets him be sneaky into the safe circle. Cold finally going down the bowl. QT and Cold QT Wombo is still alive actually with Lucas on less HP. With a lot, actually 3 mats left. Has great tax all the way till the end of the game. Has minis, but they won't be of much use now. These guys are going to have to take this 50-50 if possible. Bo does not know how much HP his part or his opponent has. It is kind of turning up though. The angle, Bo coming down with a better angle though. Doesn't his mind or his opponent has. It is kind of there turning. He's just going to drop down. The hit him with that combo dance. Bo coming down line, my friend. This is my game. I'm looking good doing it. The QT combo comes in from start to finish.
Yeah, they were definitely looking cute in that last match. Indeed, Cole just showing them how it is done. But here we are getting into another match. We are over by Salty Springs this time.
And Old Man Mountain as well, as Sundown always says. 1 hour left on West. And in this moment too, if this zone bounces back the wrong way, it could spell disaster for all these low ground individuals who are in the map as well. All these people trying on this West server for that one spot, the last chance for the Fortnite World Cup. The zone does look like it's moving into Salty as far boot. You can put that on YouTube if you want. That's going to be a big bop.
Booted back to the lobby, 100%. Now, you saw there how they utilized just breaking the pyramid there, utilizing the heavy snipe to then just completely take him out. That was so well coordinated, so well played. Septile just using the launch pad here to rotate over. His teammate Chio is just behind him right now. They are getting shot at a little bit, but he isn't going to take too much damage. They do have a ton of healing. between them. So we're going to have to see if Chio can join him. They can utilize the chug splashes. But Chio says, you know what? No, there's a player up here, and I think I want to keep an eye on him right now. He may have made a little bit of a mistake because now you can see how much health he effectively has left.
Yeah, I think when Septal actually took that launch pad, it got shot out by someone in the actual safe circle of the storm, and then Chio was forced to use one of his Rift to Ghosts to actually get out of that situation. Chio now getting finished off by that stink grenade by 100 Thieves Sir Demetrius. Sir D. It's going to be amazing to see how he can come back. Maybe he can also qual. It's always up to, 1 hour left, 2 or 3 pop-off games. It's always easy, or not really that easy, to have that confidence, to pop off, to get those spots in. A care package actually available right now for any duo that's risky enough to go get it. Looks like it's being boxed over. That could change the tides of the game for individuals. But as I said, it is a risk. A lot of pressure gets put down on those individuals, Acid and Garrett, when they try to make that play.
Yeah, and you can see here Bay Soldier and Sir D just sitting up in the box right now. I gotta shout out to Bay Soldier, a good friend of mine. We play together often. I love seeing him in these games because I love seeing how he plays when he is not having to put me on his back and carry me. Now we have Cypher, PK, and Ranger actually down at the low ground. I caught these guys. I caught a little bit of Cypher's stream last night when he was trying to qualify for today with Ranger. These two looked so strong together. Game after game, they had a plan and they follow it. I don't think they really deviate much from the plan unless they're absolutely forced to. And going into these games, Shy, and not only just knowing that you have a plan, but also not deviating from it, even though you really want to. Ranger just gets the knock on SJ. SJ goes down. He's down. He's going to end up finishing him off, breaking out of the box there to rotate over, uses the Rift, pulls up Cypher, and they are out of there. They net themselves one more elimination, putting this duo at a collective 6.
Septal is also still popping off. Finally picks up the duo of Acid and Garrett on that mid-ground layer. Knock, knock, open up the door. It's real because Ranger and Cypher just randomly stumble on that duo in the mid-ground, get a very nice point boost as they move up as well in the server. Now have ultimate height, going to be looking down, a very nice, relaxed, leisurely time, trying to find as many elims as possible. But Rifters are coming up from up top. How would you prioritize, Pookie, when people are coming up from up top, you have to get elims down low? What is the focus usually when you're trying to maintain height?
I think, honestly, like, looking into the sky, trying to, those are free eliminations there, Shy. You know what? Like, those guys were hanging in the sky for so long. I've seen time and time again, these pros are able to just completely knock players out of the sky like that. So if you are well tarped and you have the floors and the pyramids protecting you, I think looking above is key. And just like that, we see Cypher taking out another player down below. So prioritizing people above you first to make sure that A, don't take high ground, and B, maybe you can get a quick elim is probably the best route to take there.
That's absolute facts, because that is the priority. That's the trouble you have on your layer. And then, just like Cypher did, you can just focus down and pick up anyone else on that low ground. V-Day up in this game as well, or Vide. Bay Soldier now knocked down to a lower tier of height in the game. Shadow Bomb's available, but a Baller as well as Opa is going to be forced to actually move around on foot in this zone. The Baller might not be the best option moving around this cluster of low ground where there's so many builds. The Baller has to bounce off multiple times as well. Cruels finally goes down. Open House to move on by himself. Does get a nice back shot towards an enemy who was not focused on the storm. You always got to protect your back as you're moving through. You never know who's going to have that much trouble moving into circle. Open House smartly going up one height layer as well onto the mid-ground. Bay Soldier getting knocked down as well as Opa just continues his tirade on the whole server up on a campfire. Not sure if he recognizes, has no more mats left, so he can't go for the wall replace. Only has his reactions, his true wit, has his flicks up as well. Can he juke out? 2 HP, the Bay Soldier. Elim comes clutch for him to get his first Siphon HP up, but he did end up dodging the shots. His movement is so good, but not good enough there as Wilds picks him up. Ranger now on the bottom, picking up the back of Wilds, and Mercs gets murked as well. Ranger hunting everyone else in the server. Septal, who we saw earlier with these combo snipes and these stink grenade usages all across the map, is going to have height in this moment, Pookie.
Yeah, and it's a 1v1v1, so, you know what, Ranger had to unfortunately say goodbye to Cypher in that moment and just keep going. We have Septile at the top, Bolt versus Duo. Bolt loves Duo, and Ranger down at the bottom. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a play here for high ground. Bolt ends up taking it from Septile, who was trying to do a little bit of a heal off, but Ranger's just sitting at the bottom waiting. Let's see, Ranger does have the most health at this point out of anyone.
Septile does have that chug splash, but it's not enough. Looks like he might have just ran out of mats. LV's Duo takes over that height, but Ranger with the shootout. LV goes down. You can build up, but you have to stay supported. You have to have that foundation, and it just wasn't there. Bala, did you see that? What do you make of it, man? The West is wilding up.
I did see that, and really what it's, the question I have right now is, are they really silencing the haters? Everybody who says they spend too much time creating awesome content, that Cypher, PK, and Ranger, with that win and their performance in Week A, they've got to, start to silence these guys, Zeke.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we literally just were talking about it. These guys have been grinding and working their butts off, and this is the product of it, right? Like, they're showing everyone, hey, we deserve to be here. Though, I have pulled some fun little clips if you want to take a look.
Did you? What a surprise.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? Let's hop right into some of the action, starting things off with Maximo. Those rifling skills are absolutely insane. Also, this combat shotgun flick. Also, tiny baby shout out to Brockery. I actually met him at E3. Super chill dude. He was very excited, and I was very excited to meet him.
One of the best players on West, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like we had to highlight this, right? Jae Young's 90,000 IQ play, dropping down into the tree and just using the chug splash.
I love how he lands in the tree at the perfect spot that breaks the line of sight from anybody, too. So that's just clutch.
You love to see it. And, of course, I highlighted them a little bit earlier on in the last package we did here, but, of course, Bolt, Dade, and Johnny. Don't forget, right? So in case Johnny isn't on your radar, Johnny is the winner of the Blackheart Cup, right? He's the first controller player to win a major tournament. And now to see him, like, this is why I like highlighting this duo specifically, because this is a duo I believe can qualify. I think they have everything there. They've got to put all the pieces together, and they could potentially see a qualifying spot, and they continue to have pop-off performances, right? And especially, like, look at this right-hand angle. You know he's trying to do everything. The player jumps out and he's ready with the nice little duck and weave. This is the kind of play you need to be bringing to the finals if you're looking to qualify.
And they are reaping the benefits of excellent play because they're in second place right now, right under Arkham and Falconer, but they've already qualified. So this is the spot right now that you want to be in. And we saw last time we took a look at this Sanding Zeke. The spread was only 7 points. Now, the Bolt duo right here are starting to to extend that lead a little bit more.
Yeah, and this is why I kind of want to highlight them, right? These guys are slayers. Do not sleep on them. Now, keep in mind, they also have the 5 games played as opposed to someone like Punisher and Landjunk that have the 6. You've got this duo here that has 6. Even 7, they've built themselves a hefty lead here. 8 points, it sounds like not that much, but it kind of is. 8 points is a really great game, right? So these guys could catch up, but we'll see.
Looking at Jae Young, that clutch is what puts him here in third place
splash,
right here. Ooh, what a clutch play. That could, depending on how his next game goes, I'm not sure where he ended up after that or if this is new information, but he could push himself up into that, or second place right now is what it's looking like, because Alconer and Falconer are leading the pack. But regardless, before we finish up, we've got about an hour left here on NA West. We're going to go ahead and take a break, refresh ourselves, and then come right back to watch the epic conclusion of NA West. We've only got 1 spot left. Don't go anywhere.
Let's fly down to the lobby. Let's fly down to the lobby. Let's fly down to the lobby to get your spots and numbs. Burgers from dirt to munch. Tacos royale with brunch. Red juicy's a tasty treat for Lil Whip, Peely, and Pizza Pete. Let's fly out to the lobby to get your spots and numbs. Let's fly out to the lobby to get your spots and numbs.
What's up, Fortnite fam? Sundown here, and today we're gonna talk about the Tactical Assault Rifle and its addition to competitive play.
The tactical assault rifle is probably one of the best additions to the game. It's a long-range weapon where you could save AR ammo if you have a drum gun.
Small bullet you can find everywhere, so it's a good weapon.
The tactical AR is an uncommon, epic, and legendary weapon that utilizes light ammunition and has a high rate of fire. It does 22, 23, or 24 damage depending on rarity, has a pretty fast first shot accuracy timer, and a dope reloading animation. I mean, come on, just look at it. We've seen a lot of competitive players opt into using the tactical assault rifle over the course of the Fortnite World Cup online open qualifiers. So let's hear from some of the players who qualified for the finals and get their thoughts on the TAC AR's addition to the game.
It's really good. Like really, really good. Once you get to endgame scenarios like 5th zone and beyond, it absolutely beams. It's very, very viable in meta right now. Everybody's been using it.
I like it because you could actually sneak up on someone. It has this low sound, so it's hard to hear.
It has its viability due to its first shot accuracy that can make it really strong, and the fall off damage isn't as strong as it was for the silent SMG, which got vaulted.
I reckon the gun's awesome for endgame because if you've got height, that gun can really get a lot of eliminations because it's like a laser, and people endgame tend to have less HP than they would towards the early and mid game. So I think it's really strong in situations.
Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on the tactical assault rifle, and when do you like to use it? Send us your opinions using the hashtag Fortnite World Cup, and I'll see you on the battle bus, or maybe on the high ground with a TAC AR.
Welcome back, Fortnite fam, to the Fortnite Online World Cup qualifiers. My name is Face. I'm joined with an incredible cast today, but you know what? Shoutouts to Shy for being here and bringing his best pun game. I know I'm impressed, but you know who I'm even more impressed by? These two gentlemen that are about to join me to cast these next set of games. I've got Bala, I got Zeke. Boys.
Apparently, Pookie Face is very easily impressed because I have impressed her.
I thought you were really about to go into Robot Zeke right there. Because
no, it
I
is
was very
Serious
terrified.
Friday, and this is the final duo qualifier week, Bala.
It is.
It all comes down to this, man.
Yeah, it does. It all comes down to this. We've seen the leaderboards. We've seen Data and Johnny kind of pushing their way up there, and then obviously Jaeyoon with his clutch. But I want to see more of that. I want to see more clutches. So let's hop into the games. Zeke, it's time. We got an hour left about in NAOSQs. It's coming down to the wire.
Man, you know, if you know me, I'm getting stressed because I feel for all these players. I understand what they're going for, and I just want them all to be happy. So I stress out. You know, so I'm going to try and keep myself calm, cool, and collected. Probably not going to work out, but I just figured I'd be honest and upfront with you. Fluff Bro going to be immediately beamed by Nibs here, and CLG Crispy, his duo partner. I'm liking what they've got going on right now.
Yeah, they are. They're going to find 2 eliminations and possibly add to the stress of some of these guys. The pressure. Zeke?
Well, you know, someone dealt it.
I can explain. I can explain. I didn't mean to click there. I didn't mean to throw the stink.
You know,
it's my fault.
Sometimes
it just came out.
You just get. Typically, you would want to just say "excuse me" in those moments. You know, like yes. I just released it. Excuse me. I did not mean to fart this gigantic, nauseous gas cloud. But things happen. You know, we're only human.
It netted them an elimination earlier, so get excited a little bit. But Crispy and Nibs now going to go ahead and use the launch pad and get towards the other side of the zone, which is where all these players right now are basing up and getting ready to, go for all the action that they can and let some of that pressure loose.
I mean, they got to try and make sure that everyone else is feeling that pressure that you're talking about. Because again, this is the final dual qualifier week. This is it. It is now make it or break it time. Phoenix A. Phoenix. Yeah. I'm just going to Phoenix A. A. I was trying to
Very excited, Phoenix.
Yeah. Gets down there, and now look, Howdy, hello, and Doom Soggies are going to try and pick up that elimination. There you go. So where is his dual partner? Probably has just abandoned ship. He's like, you know what? I'm going to leave. Good luck. I need to try and play for placement because top 15, of course, is that first placement threshold. And that's he's probably looking to slow things down, right? Let me just make it there first. Maybe I'll get a cheeky elim here or there. But that's probably what's going to be happening.
And knowing that, and knowing the position that he was in, kind of stuck on low ground, not really any space to edit away or even move your teammate away from where they possibly will be going for it. He's going to get stuck there and left. Now, Primo, looking for shots with that combat shotgun, but of course we know the effectiveness of that reduced a little bit, but we're not seeing too much of players, deciding, hey, it's not that strong anymore on high ground. Oh, I was just talking to you about this, Zeke. That's Johnny right there, and we just said he was in that second place. Has the chances to go up there. I think his duo partner, Dade, is still up. Yes.
Yep.
Just pointed him out to me in the bottom right of the screen. We're getting close to that top 15, so just like you said earlier, Dade, you've got to survive here.
And this is going to put Dade in a little bit of an awkward spot, right? Because you never want to lose your dual partner in these situations. You guys want to be alive as long as possible. And I know that sounds like, of course, it's duos, yes. Does, Zeke, right? I know. But in all seriousness, the longer, if you're in positions where you're in 1v2s, it's just a much more of an uphill battle right here. But Bolt...
There goes Dade.
No! The caster curse.
But Zeke, he did get that top 15, so not a completely lost cause in this game, because that's 3 points, and I'm sure, knowing them, they've probably had some eliminations. They are so aggressive.
Yeah, for sure. And this means they can re-queue, right? Don't forget, you've got 3-hour window to queue or 10 total matches, so they can get right back into the action and keep things going. Right now, though, look at this circle. Look kind of where we're navigating. These players need to start making these rotations or they're going to get caught out in weird spots. Look at that. You've already got people taking to the skies and launch pads, building straight up via ramps. Tome here. He's got the right idea. Let's get here first. Let's establish ourselves a nice little position. If he catches someone with this play, I'm going to freaking lose it.
And then edited the cone in such a way that it makes it so easy for anybody to land on that. And in some cases even break, but it did connect to the thing above him, the floor above him.
Oh no! Bala! Again, the caster curse. They've got to go. JMO is the closest one.
No.
Kanuchi is top. I'm pretty certain
it's just
this
one
is
more.
over.
Kanuchi against this one player, and then throw him down below. He's definitely going to go out. It's Hansel up on top. And the grenade launcher actually coming in from the bottom. I don't know where those grenades are coming, but it actually knocked Hansel out. Oh, Kanuchi also had an RPG, so those both combined here to make it difficult for Hansel trying to get that RPG off. But or reloaded, but he's not going to let him. Immediately pressuring as soon as he hears that sound of the RPG, but the knockdown's coming in. Is he going to take any damage? No, he catches himself. But the pressure is still going on from Kunichi, and it's going off the side of this building right now, but moving back. Hansel's going to be able to, take a breather here, connect back with Metal, and he is definitely chilling. But also the time for Kunichi to reload that RPG.
And he saw the wood come out, so he knows he has no more metal left. And as those wood materials keep coming out, he's knowing he's attacking Hansel's builds. He's probably only got a handful left, 15. And now Kunichi hasn't built anything. He's trying to just get it down to an old-fashioned who can fire first. And Kunichi says, that is me, friend. And take a look, a 9-elimination victory royale, 19 points, especially being in a 1v1 situation there. You love to see it.
That was clinical from start to finish. As soon as that 1v1 began, right, he was trying to get his RPG reloaded. He was trying to get those opportunities. But what he wasn't doing was wasting his materials and building while Hansel wasn't pressuring. He put enough pressure on to put Hansel on the back foot. Hansel kept trying to reconnect his builds. And that's not going to be enough against Kunichi, who knew exactly what to do in that situation.
Oh man, look at this new zone so far. These players have quite the rotation. Now, don't forget, we are in top 15, hopping in Storm Circle 5, so everyone here is going to get a round of placement points. Now, Bumboy does have the launch pad. I was going to say maybe even save it there, but you know what? Right now, he's prioritizing surviving, establishing a nice little nook for himself, moving forward. Now, the question is, where is Rex? He's got to be, okay, so we can kind of see his name there, kind of far. He's trying to close that distance and reconnect there with his duo partner, and now they've done just that.
Just that, and as soon as that happens, they bring the pressure, the stinks come out, and the shield tags come in for Bumboy. Attack AR, we hear so much about the versatility of that weapon coming into great effect, but not quite the damage that you expect and the damage that you get from some of these other weapons, the ARs, the drum guns. The infantry rifles. So he got 4 hits there and not even a shield break.
Right. Yeah, the damage is a little less, but what it makes up for in player damage, you make up for it in like structure damage, right? Player built structures, you just tear through them. And right now, speaking of the infantry rifle, Bumboy has one, so he's gonna look to line up those headshots. We've seen people like Ninja utilizing this weapon, and it is absolutely a laser beam when you can connect. And obviously in the hands of these players, the top 0.01%, it's gonna hit, and when it does, it is gonna hit you like a truck. I'm talking upwards of 80 damage on headshot. That is gonna be sending players reeling. Okay, catches building, not building there. Unfortunately gonna get dropped immediately.
He said building, not editing, so he didn't know how to...
Yeah, he was trying to build, did not edit. It's okay, these things happen! Whoa, Sama! Whoa! You cannot jump and scare me like that, all right? God, I already told you I'm stressing out. Jump scares are gonna catch me every time.
Man, he peeked his head through that floor, and then as soon as the floor ended up getting built, he got pushed up by that phasing mechanic. So unfortunately, Sama is gonna be the worse for wear, but Bumboy and Rex right now continuing forward. I see Epic Whale and 40R Storm right now. We know they were up there in the leaderboards, but fell just a little bit. We didn't see him too high last time we checked. But both of the players, unfortunately, in their box under their stairs, and that's going to cause 40R Storm to take advantage with his precise aim across the box.
And I mean, this is a scary duo, right? We kind of talked about this is more recent. Obviously, we've seen KNG Epic Whale with KNG Epic Whale's duo / Seal Matt. They're the same person. But now it's 40R Storm. Now look above, though. Ghost Sean, Ghost Aiden. These guys have already qualified, and they're looking just to continue getting practice, that prize money as well. There's no better way to get practice. And Aiden here just playing medic. I got you, buddy. Don't worry, Sean. Heal up. Have a splash.
It's crazy that we have these items in the game where we can actually play medic. We can actually have somebody who is carrying the splashes on purpose and making sure he's paying attention to his duo's HP at all times. But while Aiden drops down with the Shadow Bomb, a rocket comes out from the top and knocks Sean down, so it's just Aiden again. And we saw this situation a couple of games ago. Aiden clutching up. I mean, we know he can do it. And really, this guy has performed on all stages right now, and I think he's finally gotten over that hump where everybody was saying, hey, Aiden, you're crazy at getting in people's face, at getting eliminations, but your endgame performance, not so good. But in this stage, in the World Cup Online qualifiers, his endgame performance has been insane. But unfortunately, going down here, but regardless, proving everybody wrong about that, fallacy, I would say.
Yeah, and don't forget, Aiden was at the Summer Block Party. He has been on the stage that will be going to the Fortnite World Cup final. So he's already got a little taste of it, right? So that is probably going to help calm his nerves just a little bit and help give him that edge. And again, he's already qualified. He's just looking to place high, continue to practice, because there's no better practice, probably until we get that trios week, but even then that's still not quite the same. But look at this. You've still got Epic Will. You've got 40R Storm here left alive. 9 players, 6 or 8 players, 7. Okay, hold on. 7 players, 5 duos. So top 5 coming out, and players going to be dropped left and right. KNG Epic Will being one of those there right in front of you.
And we saw Fulmer on high ground. He picked up 1 elimination back then. He's still up with his duo Kytrex, and I believe, both taking a little bit of fall damage, and all of a sudden it shambles, but they do get the pinch down onto 40R Storm, and now all they have to do is find Berserk, and they're already setting up that pinch, you can see. But Berserk, with the double campfire, is going to quickly start to out-heal them and quickly get up to 100 HP, so they've got to go quick. But Berserk making the play first. He's going to run back right into his box as that RPG comes out, but no more RPG to knock it down, and I don't think they have mats to be able to fight to this, and I think he can connect to the hill. Yes, he can! All of a sudden, this is looking terrible. Berserk might have just pulled off a 1v2 clutch because Fulmer and Kytrex are not going to be able to get up over the zone, and all of a sudden, things have gone haywire. Berserk with the clutch of a lifetime here in the World Cup last region. Zeke, what a play. 45 points from that, the victory royale. It's going to be 15 points on the game.
And that's going to be a huge confidence booster, right? That's going to help motivate you and your dual partner. You're both freaking out in the moment. Oh my God, I cannot believe you just pulled off a 1v2 against this other duo. That is going to just help move your gameplay forward. But of course, there's more Fortnite action to be had. You've got S2 Jacob up top, Pat, Antidote, Kenny's, Spidey is there as well, and these guys are looking to fight right now, and a build-off is coming out.
This is crazy. At this stage in the game to be build fighting like this, they really want to commit for this height, and he's going to get it though. But a lot of investment into that from both players. All that bricks, man, all that those hard materials that we like to call them, the brick and metal.
Yeah, for sure. You never want to be burning those, especially not midway through the game when you know you're going to be fighting for late game. And of course, for a moment there, we saw WBG Ranger and Cypher PK. We kind of talked about them. They've practiced super, super hard, putting in reps, putting in the time in the game. And look at this, they're finding themselves in a spot where they can contest for top 15 and get the first round of placement points.
Yeah, and you did mention confidence just a second ago about performing well and how that transition to the next game, but even these little micro wins here, fighting for high ground, getting that high ground, and then being able to get a couple of knocks and possibly some siphon from it as well, and really get yourself back into the game, that's a confidence booster in and of itself.
For sure, and those things, like, I cannot stress this enough. This is something I kind of like to talk about a lot is, you know, your confidence in play. Whenever you're going to go and, say, take a fight against a player, if you're sitting there thinking, man, I don't know, like that player might be better than me, you've already lost. You just have to be as confident as possible. It doesn't matter who's on the other end. All that matters is your game, what you can pull off. And in every instance where you feel, you know what, it doesn't matter, I'm just going to do the best that I can, and that's what I'm going to be happy with. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, you're going to win those engagements. And sure, there's going to be those times where this other guy just happens to be Aiden, and he just gives you his hands. It's all good. Just reset, let it wash over, hop back into queue, and keep your mindset positive, right?
Yeah, that's honestly the story of this entire sequence of events, this World Cup, the qualifiers,
right?
Online Open. It's literally all about mindset and staying positive throughout both the semifinals days and the finals days. It's really like a whole grind to get your mind in such a place where one game is not going to affect you, because you have to play 10 games. And not only do you have to play 10 games, but you had to do it over 10 weeks.
Right.
So for those people who have done this week after week, performed and gotten to Sunday, it's absolutely unbelievable to have the perseverance, the work ethic to be here improving week after week, to have the mindset, the positivity to play here, really. You know what I'm thinking, Zeke? I'm thinking that all these guys who are doing this, they're going places. They're going places in life, not just Fortnite, not just gaming. They aren't just World Cup competitors, but really, they're going to go places.
Could not agree with you more, my man. Could not agree with you more. And I get it, right? Like, I've been there. I know what it's like to hop into a game, you get eliminated, and you just tilt off the face of the earth. I get it. We've all been there. But you know, at the end of the day, man, you just have to just try and reset. Just get up, walk away for a moment, get a drink, you know, just do anything to just forget about that moment and just recollect yourself. But hopping back into the game, Bala, 17 players, 16 players. As I say this, you know, of course, I thought it was just jump all the way up to 15, 30 minutes left here in the queue. So like you kind of touched on earlier, you've got a 3-hour window or 10 games to play, whichever kind of comes first. And you got to think, man, for a lot of these players, they're just counting those points, watching the leaderboard, saying, okay, I saw this other duo, they're at this many points. What do we need to do here, right? We need at least top 15 to get near there with this many eliminations, right? You know, it's tough, man. It's tough.
They're counting the time as well and knowing even in these endgame situations that if I stay in this game right now, I can play 2 more games or what have you right now. Kenny's picking up a lot of loot. They still have high ground from earlier. It's the team that fought all the way back when. We were talking about them committing their resources to it, but they've picked up quite a lot and they're still fighting. Finally going to decide, hey, this is too risky right now. We're right around the point thresholds. We don't want to go down, but he does beam. KU'd out from high ground. He took it from him, but he's going to go right back up to him. I think he did get just a knock. So there's still one more player up above. It's got to be Takata. He does actually find him, track him all the way down. That's going to be a lot of materials, some shadow bombs as well, and possibly some upgrades to the weaponry. He does find those 2 shadow bombs and refreshes his materials, Zeke. He's back in it.
But don't forget, Kenny's dual partner Antidote is gone. He was picked up in the crossfire there, so it's unfortunate. And look who's still in the center of your screen, Cypher, BK, and Ranger. They're still alive and well. I hope I did not just crash to curse them. They've got 56 points, which is very substantial. And look at this, Cypher sitting on 4 eliminations. Look, he's gonna find another one here. Ranger looking to come in for the assist, and they pick up Ski in that box battle. Huge find there. 1 more elimination. Another duo needs to fall, and they're gonna hit top 10. Another round of placements. There it comes right now. So of course, the next threshold they're looking to hit is top 5.
Cypher's box fighting ability is just crazy here. Every single time he gets exposed, he does manage to place that player under the stairs. And this is one of the most extended fights I have seen yet today. I mean, there's been drum gun going on for what feels like centuries, but right now, still trying to fight. Ranger is still up. They're still trying to find their presence, find their box, find their space, get away from the rest of the players. They finally do that. Cypher PK is going to have a moment of rest as he takes those minis.
And you know, we actually got to hang out with Cypher at the summer block party. He competed in the Pro-Am. And, you know, I was like, Cypher, you know, how are you feeling about the games and the World Cup? He's like, dude, I want this so bad. You know, I've never wanted something more. I'm practicing every single day as often as I can, as much as I possibly can, because obviously we're all have different walks of life, right? We are all, some of us anyway, are adults trying to live our lives and play. Look at this, top 3, a 1v1v1, a free-for-all right now, and Cypher BK sitting in the middle. Now, he does not have the health advantage. Drops super low. Unfortunately.
Down. Kenny's from above is going to take advantage of him dropping to mid-ground, but Kenny's all of a sudden is right on top of Ryan Clark. Or not Ryan Clark.
Not Ryan Clark, that's not him.
Looks like a heal off. He's going to use those chug splashes inside of his box. He's just holding the metal right now. Kenny's trying to get in. But again, the chug splash reigns supreme with the heal off capability of this item. It is so good at doing that. And he even has a slurp ticking, or no, that's just the winning condition. You just start ticking up in HP. But there you go, the victory route for not Ryan.
Yeah, not Ryan. Whoever you are, I know you're not Ryan, but great, again, usage of that chug splash. It just was added to the game this week. And again, I'm telling you, man, we're just still finding use cases for this item. Originally, it was just, hey, you can throw this thing and you can give whoever's in the AoE 20 HP or 20 shield, depending on the circumstance. Or, hey, your guy is DBNO, down but not out, and you can still, you know, extend his timer there. But in cases like that, where you're like, look, I'm just going to force this guy into the storm. I've got 6 of these or a handful. I'm just going to hope that, and what Sundown says, this is an instant heal. It's not like you're popping a bandage, you're hoping to get the full duration, and then eventually the HP. No, this is 20 immediately. So a great use of that item. But next game on deck, Colonel, excuse me.
Colonel.
I don't know why I said I know.
I'm going to start calling him that.
Yeah, please don't.
Whenever I see him.
Hey, Colonel.
Hey, Colonel, how you doing?
Colonel Punisher, Colonel Anjog. You know what? I know that's not Colonel. I'm aware. My brain is doing weird things. Bolt! Johnny, no! Listen, you've made an error.
Again, this is the second game we've tuned in. We've seen them in the background. We've seen them lurking. We know they have the potential to qualify for New York, but time and time again. This is the second time we've seen them go down so early when we tune in their games. It's like a curse here, Zeke.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it's slipping from them a little bit, right? We've seen them be so consistent throughout, and now they might be just getting a little, they're trying to go full send a little too hard, a little too fast, right? You just gotta take a deep breath, collect yourself. You know, they're here for a reason, right? They've got that skill. They've got that talent. They just have to rely on those skills.
Yeah, and we talk about confidence. We talk about not getting, you know, a little bit too emotional on one side.
Here we go.
We also talk about, okay, we talk about the heavy sniper.
League of Legends.
El nuevo En verdad hay pocas cosas gratis que te da la vida. Corazón